Hey guys, just out in the garage and starting the video on the phone, but we're going to be switching to the new camcorder, the Panasonic 4K. It's the HCWX F1. That's the model, and it is not a new product. This was released in 2018, and we are replacing the Sony AX53, which came out in 2016, with this camera. So I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like and the size of it. It's actually tiny. It fits in the palm of my hand, basically. And there it is compared to the AX700. This camera is twice as wide, more than, I'd say 2.5 times the weight of this little guy here. So yeah, this one, fantastic image quality, picture, full manual controls and everything on the outside. It is a great camera. It's just a pain in the butt to lug that around. I'm hoping we're going to use this a lot more because it's so light and small. So here we are on the Panasonic, and it has some issues. I've only played with it for 10 minutes, but there are things that I noticed right away that I didn't like, but there are things that I do like better than the Sony. My face looks really red, and I don't know if it's just on the screen. The skin color is off. It has a low resolution screen. That is the first thing that I noticed. It's only 480,000 DPI screen on the LCD screen. So not a huge deal. I'm going to imagine that these files are going to look better on the computer. We are shooting in 4K right now. So we have a nice 25mm wide angle view with this camera. Unless you switch to HD, 1080p. For some reason, when you switch to 1080, you lose the 25mm, and it goes, so instead of having this view, you would be more like this view, which is like the Sony AX700 that we have in there. Not great, but so we are on 4K. You have to choose with this camera. Do you want 4K or do you want other features? This camera offers a whole slew of features, including a screen here on the side of the LCD screen. There's another screen on the side, another camera that we could flip out and do picture-in-picture like we do on the phone. And I know some of you guys love that view when we're walking through the woods. We can kind of see behind us with one screen and in front with another. Guess what? When you use this camera in 4K, you can't use that flippy screen. Doesn't work. HDR video, high dynamic range video, can't use it in 4K. This makes no sense to me. So you can use all of those features in 1080, but in 1080 you lose your wide angle, and then the video is not going to be as sharp. So another cool feature about this camera is the close zoom. The macro feature, basically we can get a lot closer than we could with the Sony and focus, and I actually have a macro adapter that we can plug on there, and it will get us even closer. I don't know what we would use that for, bugs and things. Okay, so that is as close as I can zoom in and get manually focused with the camcorder. These stitches that you can see right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the macro adapter that I have. Macro Extension Lens Pro. The MCON 35. So it's actually a heavy piece of glass, but very good. It's an old Olympus adapter, and this will screw right on the front of the camcorder. And watch what happens when we do that. Wow, look at that. With that adapter on there, we can zoom in on one stitch. So 8 times closer if we go by how many stitches were in the original shot. That is pretty freaking cool. Let's just step into my office here. This camera has infrared night mode. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it might even be a little bit brighter than the Sony. Like, my face looks a little blown out there. But yeah, no, really cool. So we'll be able to do our night investigations in paranormal. Okay, so I've actually switched to 1080 MP4, and it doesn't give you a choice to show you what frame rate you're recording at, but when you click on it, it says MP4 1080 60p is suitable for playback on most computers. So I'm assuming that's what this is. And if it is, that is awesome. Let's, because now, I mean, this isn't terrible, right? Like, we're still pretty wide. This camera is so light that, you know, before, I like to hold my arm in here, it's more stable. And in the 4K mode, you would be a little bit wider. But because the camera's so light, I can hold my hand out here a little further. So maybe that's all a moot point. Maybe we will continue to shoot in this MP4 60p mode because I can also do this now if it's gonna work. I don't know, we'll see. No, we're already recording. Oh no, it is working. I don't know, is it working? Yeah. Because I'm facing forward. Here, let me turn around. Hang on, let's do this properly. What are we seeing? What is the black? Oh, there we go. Oh, is actually seeing the camera. I was like, what is that right there? And it was the back of the camera. I didn't realize. Okay, so this is cool because we can point it off to the side. It's not terrible. It's not great either. But so we can do our dual mode. If we shoot in this MP4 60, I can take you guys for a walk in the woods. We get this works. I don't find that it's the view is too narrow, so maybe that's okay. And now we get 48 times zoom. So let's try out the zoom and see how that looks. Okay, so let's zoom in. We get 48 times zoom on 1080p. So let's see how close we can get to the hammock out there. There, how's that for zoom? You know I'm bored when I'm out here looking at my wood pile. I found some artwork I want to show you guys. We have the Inuit woman in her sealskin parka sitting here. And beside her we have the Australian wide-mouthed platypus. I'll show you both. Good morning, everybody. Up bright and early. Going to pick up Gerald. You can see the dew all over my truck there. It's typical late July morning. We're gonna head for Cache Bay. There's an osprey nest up there that we want to shoot. I've got the 600mm. I've got the drone. I've got the new camcorder. I've got the old camera with the macro lens. So any opportunities along the way, we're gonna stop. There's all kinds of fields for deer and wildlife, things like that. We're gonna spend the morning up there. Then we're gonna head back here and go past the sand pits and head for the swamps where the heron rookery is. Apparently there were still blue herons in the nest a week ago. Whether they're still there or not, I don't know, but there may be other opportunities back in those swamps for wildlife as well. So that's the plan for the day. We're hanging out with Gerald. So we just stopped along the side of the road here. There was sandhill cranes in that field, but Gerald chased them away. You should have seen him. He ran right out there trying to get a shot. With his lasso, he had his belt off. Couldn't do it though. Did you get any shots?
A couple, but I don't.
And then behind us, I'll take a shot of this because it's not moving. There's some beehives over here. That one's easy to shoot, Gerald. You can get that one. Gerald just volunteered to go open up one of those hives. He said if we want a good photo, I'll take you up on that. Go do it, buddy.
A little bit of honey, eh?
Yeah. How fast can you run?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are off to the heron breeding site. See if the herons are still there. We gotta go walk up over that hill. I'm not gonna drive any further than this.
There's too much heat distortion, but you had a little better light, but yeah, but the heat distortion.
Somebody want to ask Gerald why he decided that 2 o'clock in the afternoon was the best time to go shoot the herons?
Because it lights up the nest. It's warm, but yeah, it lights up the nest.
He doesn't care that we're frying in the sun. He's like, Gary, we have to wait till the mom comes back and feed the herons. I'm like, okay, Gerald, if we have to.
Or we're cheating. We're hiding behind trees over there.
Yeah, it was nice up there. There's some shade. There's a bit of a breeze now. But, whew, yeah, it's hot out here.
What do you do for that perfect shot, though?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Not that we're gonna get, I mean, we're too far away out here, but we'll take the drone out and show you guys a little closer shot of the herons.
Leave me not alone. Stay by my side till we go home. Leave not without me. Take my hand when you cross over that sea. Please, oh please, before you go, won't you come on by and let me know? Please, oh please, I'm coming too. The sun won't rise here without you. Leave me not alone. When you find the end before you start again, wait for me. Leave me not alone. Hold the door, I'm right behind you, darling. Wait for me. Wait for me. Oh. Keep me not too far, and I'll be ready whenever you are. Keep your hand in mine, so when you go, I'll be close behind. Leave me not alone. When you find the end before you start again, wait for me. Leave me not alone. Hold the door right behind you, darling. Wait for me. Wait for me. Oh.
Something different, eh? What is it, Gary?
Sandpiper.